Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Decision Hour. Got another great guest lined up for you today. Quick backstory on this cat. I've known him for, I don't know, a couple of years on social media, like following each other back and forth. Have never met, and this is actually kind of like the first time that we've talked face to face, you know, because I'm looking at him right now. Handsome mug on my computer screen. And I'm super stoked because this has been like a long time coming. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my friend Andrew on, or Richard. What do you go by, Andrew or Richard?
You can call me Andrew. It's fine.
Andrew, how?
Everybody else calls me Andrew. Richard is just it's what I used on my DD Form 214,
Gotcha.
Getting into the military, because Richard Andrew sounded better than Andrew Steven on my dog tags.
Gotcha.
So it's RA-FAR, but you can call me Andrew, sir.
Love it, brother. Well, first off, welcome to the show, and it's great to finally talk to you.
Oh, dude. Dude, it's been 2 years. I mean, I've been chomping at the bit. Chomping at the bit. I don't know what the right term is, but I mean, I've been following you forever. You know pretty much everybody that I know.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I look at our friends list and I'm like, holy shit. We all know the same people, like Jax Young, Danielle, Malachias, Travis McVeigh. And, you know, the list goes on and on and on. And it's just like, why don't we, you know, and I've talked to you a bunch of times. I've actually interrupted you on a show once. I remember because I was getting my oil change and
That's
like, hey,
right,
what's up, man?
Right. I remember that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Oh,
I know. Hey, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm actually starting to remember a lot more things in my life. And it's a blessing. And being on your show is a blessing. I'm honored. I'm humbled.
It's been a long time,
man.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a long time coming, and it's been one of those where its timing seems like it's everything, right? And I get wrapped up in stuff, and you know what I do with the businesses and stuff like that. Most people kind of see what I do, kind of don't really know, but it just it's like you time to sit down. It's like I got to get these people on the show. It's like where to find the time to do it, and then. I recently saw a post with you and down in Scottsdale with David Johnson.
David Johnson, yes.
Yeah.
Cindy, the president of Irreverent Warriors, and I, we went down November 10th, a Marine Corps birthday.
Yeah.
And we shot the second season of the David Johnson show, and we talked about Irreverent Warriors. And David's a great guy. He's a fellow Army, like yourself, correct?
Yep.
He's a great guy. He is a character, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, what's funny is I hit him up because I didn't know he was in the Phoenix area, and I lived in Phoenix for 13 years, so I still commute back and forth. I'm in Pennsylvania right now.
I do see that. Yeah.
So, and I'm actually heading back to Arizona here in a couple of weeks. Actually, I come out your direction, but. Let's dive into it. I want to let the listeners know a little bit more about you. You were in the Marine Corps, and then you have a group that you have. I really want to get people to know about the Irreverent Warriors. You brought it up a couple of times, so let's talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Irreverent Warriors. We bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. That's our mission statement. Everybody's aware. We know about the 22. We are about prevention. We've got 70 hikes this year. We did about 50 last year. We are in Phoenix. We are in Scottsdale. We are in 5 in Tennessee, 2 in Alabama, 3 in Florida, 3 in California, 7 in North Carolina, which is amazing. North Carolina is like kicking ass, man. They are really, I mean, Fayetteville, Jacksonville, Raleigh, Asheville, Atlantic Beach, Raleigh, and I think a couple others, but I can't remember. They've got so many.
Irreverent
Warriors. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is this like an nonprofit organization that you do? Like I've seen like these hikes. Is that that's to raise money and to help veterans? Yes.
It is a nonprofit organization, 501(c)(3). We have an EIN number and everything. But yes, each city raises money to put on a hike for veterans. It's a total free hike for veterans, active duty, and reservists. And basically we bring people together and we talk about, we tell our stories. And sometimes, we bring a lot of humor to it too. We wear our silkies or ranger panties or whatever you want to call them. We march around our cities. We hold our flags high. We show togetherness and patriotism. And basically what I love about it, it brings me back to the tribe that we once belonged to. Like, you belong to the Army. I belong to the Marine Corps. I was a combat vet. I was in Ramadi in 2006. I was in Karma in 2005. I was on the 22nd MEU. I got a Purple Heart in 2006 for wounds received, actually in Ramadi at the Islamic Bank, RPG. A little piece of shrapnel came into my leg. Me and 3 other guys got hurt. But that was a hard deployment in 2006. And, I have a 100% PTSD, total and permanent, chapter 35, thanks to my VSO, Malachias, who also founded a Warriors Garden. Sorry, shameless plug right there. Malachias, I love you. But he got me total and permanent. So now I can focus more on veteran organizations. And Irreverent Warriors is just one of the organizations that I like to promote. VFW, I'm actually running for state chaplain of the VFW. And, I'm also senior vice, senior vice of my Marine Corps League. I'm a board member for 4 different nonprofit organizations. It's just, it's about bringing people together, and we're tired of fighting each other. Like, we're all doing the same thing, and we should all be on the same page. We should all support each other, because the best support for a veteran, and I've been saying this for years, is another veteran. And that's one of my turning points, is that support. You need a support system. And when I got my second DUI, and a lot of people know my story because I went to Veterans Treatment Court. I went through the 18-month program, which, by the way, Veterans Treatment Court is amazing. If you ever get in trouble with a non-aggravated assault charge on your record, a DUI, a drug charge, whatever, go to Veterans Treatment Court. You will get the MRT. You will get 40 weeks of cognitive behavioral therapy. You will get urinalysis, like when you get in, there's 5 phases to this program. Each phase is called every single morning. You have to call in at 7:30 every morning to find out what phase you're in. You go in, you got 30 minutes to piss. And if you pass, you pass. If you don't, you get sanctioned. I mean, you have to be accountable for your actions in this program. And I just graduated this past February, last year.
Very nice.
And it's amazing. I had Scott Desjardins, our congressman. He was at my graduation. The mayor of Rutherford County was at my graduation. I mean, it was a huge thing, and it opened up so many doors, because I couldn't even put on a hike until I was 6 months sober in this program. Really? And that's what Cindy was like. My first hike I ever went to, I kind of showed my butt in Savannah, Georgia. And it's not all about the drinking. I was at that phase where I was still drinking, and drinking was a big part of my life. Well, after my second DUI, my wife picked me up, and I gotta do a shout out to my wife, Katrina, because she puts up with a lot of my shit. I love you, hon. I think you're an amazing woman, and I'm so glad that we've been together for 2.5 years, and you put up with my shit.
Nice.
I love you,
man.
But no. Sorry, I just I go sporadically.
You've had so much in your life go on, and it's like I want to back up a second with these hikes.
Go ahead.
Irreverent Warriors. How did that come to fruition? How did that idea come to fruition?
Like coming to a hike and like getting involved.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yep.
I heard from the grapevine that there was this hike going on in Savannah. I grew up in Savannah for 16 years, from 95 to 2012. I was in Savannah after growing up in New Hampshire and being born in Nashville, we moved to Exeter, New Hampshire in 79. And I lived in Savannah, went to boarding school, then went to college in Florida. But then in between my senior year, we moved to Savannah, Georgia. Well, I went to the Marine Corps. I got out, and then I heard they were having this hike in Savannah. I was like, oh my God, I got to go to Savannah. I love the town.
Yeah.
And they're having this Silkies hike. I was like, what is this? And I went there, and it's all like-minded veterans who need support. And I went there, and it was like 11-mile hike in our Silkies. And I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'm going to go. And once I went to my first hike, I got hooked.
Yeah.
I was hooked on Irreverent Warriors. And basically, in 2019, I hosted me and my team. Sorry, I don't want to leave anybody out, but me and my team, we hosted 225 veterans in Nashville, Tennessee on August 10th, 2019.
Wow.
A hike around our beautiful city of Nashville. And it was amazing. Donnie O'Malley, the founder of Irreverent Warriors, he was there. Cindy was there. Nate McDonald, our COO, he was there. And a plethora of other veterans that are involved. I mean, they all got the bug, same as I did. And after the ARR, the after action report, or the ARR, sorry, I wanted to do more for River Warriors. So they gave me a chance to be a regional coordinator last year. And we had Nashville and we had Memphis, and I'm not leaving Memphis out. Memphis had a great hike 2019. But last year we had 4 hikes in Tennessee because I helped bring Chattanooga and Knoxville to the game. And just this year, now we brought Clarksville to the game. So now we have 5 hikes in Tennessee: Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Memphis, and Clarksville. And it's just, and now I'm a district commander. We've actually changed titles. So now I'm in charge of the Tennessee and the 2 hikes in Alabama. I'm basically a liaison between my coordinators and upper management.
So you stay pretty busy, it sounds like. To say
I
the
do.
least.
It helps me not to think about drinking, because I do.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest. I do think about drinking a lot because it is very stressful. But I go to AA. I go to my meetings. I'm a Freemason. I go to, like I said, I go to AA meetings. I try and helping veterans out is kind of like my drug of choice.
Yeah.
Like helping them out, I get off on that, and that's my thing. I love, because when I got out, and I don't know if this was the same for you, but when I got out, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't get, our Steps and Taps was a joke. I already had a resume, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with the VA. I didn't know what to do with veterans organizations. I didn't know what was going on. It was like blind luck.
Yeah.
That I got where I am today because I did all the stuff 3 months after I got out. Then I started the process with the VA. It took me 8 months to get 50%, and then I appealed, and then I got my 100%. It's just, and we didn't have these things. I didn't have these things open to me. Like, I didn't know about it. Like, I still go to the VA and I find out, oh, you can get this and you can get this. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about
It's not
this.
like they're advertising our benefits out there or anything like that. It's almost
No,
like you got to sit down and
not.
read and stuff like that. And I was like, first off, I can't read, like, unless it's in Audible or something like that.
Me too, man. I haven't read a book.
Yeah.
I think the last book I read was Ryan Hendrickson's Tip of the Spear.
Yeah, I think mine was like C Spot Run or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like that's So, now you got something else that you do, Andrew, other than just being just an awesome dude that has a passion for helping veterans. You're also a part of another organization with a mutual friend of ours, Travis. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Are you talking about the VFW or
the Cup? Heroes Cup?
Oh, the Heroes, yeah. The Heroes Custom Cup Company. we're basically a veteran-owned company. Travis was the founder, and Travis is also the founder of Heroes Vodka. Right. They're separate. Oh, hey, dude, that's a nice coffee cup you got there, man. We talked to those people about, that's a great coffee cup, man. But no, sorry. Heroes Custom Cup Company. We basically make a cup. We put a T-shirt on a cup. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're making we have a designer. Her name is Calla McCroskey Parker. And we give them we call up people if they want a cup with us. They give us basically a synopsis of what they want in the cup. Calla makes it. She designs it. She's a graphic designer and also Army. And then we send it back to the customer. If they like it, they say yes. If not, they send back their revisions, and Calla makes it, and then Travis has the final say. But basically, we're trying. All avenues are open to this cup company, nonprofit, profit. But it helped out a lot of our fundraising in Irreverent Warriors, because we did a cup for 4 cups in Tennessee, and it was we would do a car wash, and we would be like, hey, $5 for the car wash, $5 for a cup, and it brought in a lot of money. And actually, we have a couple things on the pipeline that are going to be talked about at the Irreverent Warrior Leadership Conference next week. We have an IW National Cup that we're going to show them. Plus, we have this new idea of a cup for every state in Irreverent Warriors. Now, we have a lot of states, but we also have a lot of cities. Now, I can't really talk about it too much because we haven't really talked about it with Irreverent Warriors. Right. But they know it's coming. Right. They just don't know what it looks like. And I don't know. I'm going to put this out there. And Travis, please, if you hear this, I'm not giving out too much, but if you like Iron Maiden, you're going to like our cup for the Irreverent Warrior National Cup.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking for my mind's just wandering right now. Just the different ideas that could be. I love it.
Well, just go through the albums and I'm not gonna put 2 and 2 together, but just look at all the albums that Iron Maiden ever put out, and you'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah. And then he's also talking with some T-shirt people, Dean Wegner, Authentically American, Taylor Merritt from 9line. It's gonna be. We got a lot of stuff coming down, and it's gonna be really good. I mean, Travis. Sorry, not Trevor. Travis is also talking with American Freedom Fund. He's an ambassador for them. And Bunker Labs, and all these people too.
Yeah, I mean, Travis is he's everywhere. I mean, he knows everybody. So
Travis McVeigh is a wonderful man.
He is.
He guarded the president from '89 to '91. Yep. He is a shrewd but awesome businessman, and he's actually teaching me a whole lot, because I did get an MBA, but I haven't used it since 2010, and he is getting me to actually use a degree that I got 10 years ago, or 11 years ago.
I've turned to him for advice on stuff, and he's always been open-armed, nothing but positive things to say about it. And every time I see him, he's always like, hey, man, what's up? I mean, just a solid, great guy.
Oh, he's a solid dude, and I'm honored to know you, to know him, and I've been very blessed. Like, since getting sober, I have met some of the most wonderful people in the world. Yeah. And I can actually remember their names, where I met them, and I didn't have to give them my keys because I was way too drunk to even drive home. Wow. I was a drunk for a long time. I lost a lot of, I don't know if you know my story, but I lost a lot of people from 2004 to about 2014, 15. My dad committed suicide in 2004. I was, sorry, I might tear up a little bit. I lost him to suicide. He hung himself when I was 2 months in boot camp. I actually got to go home and go to his funeral, then come home, graduate boot camp, go to School of Infantry, and then go on leave, and then come back and then be deployed right to Fallujah, Camp Fallujah. And then we went to Karma, which is a little suburb. Now, I know you see T-shirts that I wear that we were Fallujah Marines. We were not Fallujah Marines. We were next door, but we our AO was Karma, which was a little suburb, and then we went to Ramadi, and we lost 8 guys in Karma. We lost 16 in Ramadi, and then we went on the 22nd Mu. We had one guy hang himself outside of the ship when we were coming home. He was a box kicker. He was a supply guy, good friend. He was actually he was from Haiti, and he just I don't know why he killed himself, but it was sad. But it also kept us from getting off the ship for about 10 hours because NCIS was all over that ship. And then they let us go. And I actually didn't get to see my first wife until 11 o'clock that night. I lost my son to polycystic kidney disease. He was only 33 hours old. I lost my brother to colon cancer. And then I found out, I have 6 or 7 friends that I served with commit suicide after service. Right. So it's been a rough ride for me. And drinking was my coping method.
Right.
And I'm genetically disposed because my dad he kind of liked alcohol a little bit too much. But I think I got it from him, but then I overexposed it, and I got a DUI in 2009. And then I got a DUI 2 years ago. I got one in Savannah, and then I got one in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where I live now. Wow. So drinking was a big thing for me. And you know what? I don't like to drink anymore. I don't like the even smell of it. It makes me sick. And I choose other things. I choose my friends. I choose veterans. I choose other outlets for coping. Right. And the Irreverent Warriors and the VFW and are the 2 big things that I'm focusing on this year.
I love it. Listen, real quick, because I know we're coming up on time, and I know you got another meeting, but you're on a show called The Decision Hour, and I ask all my guests this, okay? Name a time in your life where your feet were on the line, and you had to make that decision. What was it, and what was the atmosphere like?
Well, the atmosphere was I was in the drunk tank at Rutherford County. They call it 940 here in Murfreesboro. I was in the drunk tank, and I was getting kicked because I was snoring so loud. I was on the floor. I was snoring so loud. Some guy was kicking me because I was snoring so loud. And I woke up, and I'm like, this is not the life I want. I actually didn't even have my wife's phone number. I didn't even have it memorized. So I had to call the bail bondsman for my wife to get me out of jail. And that was the point where I need to stop this stuff. I need to get on. I need to grow up. I need to become a man. I need to put away childish things, Corinthians. I need to grow up. I need to be the man that I want to be. I need to be the man that my wife married, because I had just gotten married and we had just gone on honeymoon. And that's when I got the DUI. And it was embarrassing. And my wife can definitely agree to this, that she was very mad. I've never seen my wife so mad. When I was driving my car home and I could see her in my rearview mirror, she was cursing and hitting the steering wheel. I had never seen a face like that on Katrina ever. And those points, all that stuff leading up to coming home, I need to get my act together.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And we say that in AA a lot. Because the first step, obviously, is to admit that you have a problem over alcohol, and my life had become unmanageable. Well, my life had become unmanageable. But because of that situation, I bought a house. I have a new car. I'm actually, people ask me for advice now, which is still really, really weird. I'm like, why the hell are you calling me right now? Like, are you serious? Are you sure you're calling the right person? Because I don't have all the answers.
Right.
I really don't.
No,
I mean, I know people that have the answers.
But you do.
And I'm getting better at that. I just, you know what? And I thank God for that DUI, because that made me I was at the downward spiral of my life. My credit score was like a 430. And now it's like a 635. Yeah. And I'm about to refi on my house in February. And 2 years ago, that was the furthest from my mind.
Right.
And that was, when I got that DUI, that was my DH. That was my,
your wake up.
That was my decision hour right there.
I love it. Listen, Andrew, we're up on time, and I know you got to get going, but I will say this. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for taking time to come on the show. If people want to reach out to you, are you on social media platforms? Can they follow you? Or what platforms are you on?
They can follow me on Facebook, Andrew Farr. They can call me 615-490-5715, or they can email me at andrew@irreverentwarriors.com. And basically, for any veterans out there, go to www.irreverentwarriors.com. Try finding a VFW. That's another source. Try finding, if you're a Marine, go to the Marine Corps League. If you're not a veteran of foreign war, go to the American Legion, go to the DAV, go to IAVA, Iraq Afghanistan Veterans Association. There are so many ways. Go to a Warrior's Garden. If you are into garden and music, go talk to Malachi. If you need any of these numbers, I have them, and I don't mind putting my number out there, and I would love it.
Love it. Thank you very much. Folks, that's all the time that we have today. So go check out Irreverent Warriors. We're going to have that in the show description below. Also, shout out to our parent network, Heroes Media Group. Go check out all the new shows and articles that are going up there. Simply go to www.heroesmediagroup.com. Until next time, you've been listening to The Decision Hour.